Oh, what's going on, guys? Let me get this set up and pop out the chat. All right. I was a bit under the weather. Wow, this is loud. Last week, I know why last week, man. I worked 9 hours in like 100-degree heat and just constantly lifting heavy shit, and I don't know, man. I was wrecked. So I was a bit off, but this week I was getting some things done, and I was a bit under the weather, and I missed you guys, and I was like, I'll throw up another stream. But I got to stay true with what I said before. I accidentally started streaming Ghost of Tsushima, Tsushima on my main channel, Make Path Presents, but I am serious for the rest of July, whatever's left, August, and we'll see, but all of August is going to be absolutely full on our reviews, which I got a number of things situated. When I post the next one, it'll be any day now. From that point forward, it'll be exciting because we're going to roll on out with them, and that'll be the main focus. And then hopefully we can come back here, I don't know, every once in a while and just kick it with random stuff. Now, I will be uploading some more daily videos on this channel. I have a number of videos already ready to go, just all over the place. Last of Us, I had a second playthrough of that. But Ghost of Tsushima, it shocked me, because if you would have said, a year ago that I would have picked any other game for Game of the Year outside of Last of Us 2, I would have said, you're nuts. There's no way Last of Us 2 is Game of the Year. There's no way it's not Game of the Year. And I had this realization the other day. It's similar, Ghost of Tsushima is similar to Days Gone in the same strength that I'm having as much fun. And I was hooked on playing this game. And this is coming from someone who was not really interested. I knew I would eventually get to play this, like maybe when it went on sale. That's kind of where I was sitting. It looked beautiful, the environment, when I first saw the sneak peek playthrough, whatever it was. I was like, shit, yeah, it's beautiful, but I can wait until it's on sale. I ended up being so bummed out with The Last of Us 2's, kind of uninteresting story that I needed a palate cleanser, and I got this, and it has just been incredible. Now, look, I'm on the last world, the last mission for this section of the map, and there's 2 more sections, and I'm not, like, fully ranked up, so I don't know how much more is there. I know I've played open world games where it makes it seem so big, and this map will be huge, and then when you get to the next 2, they're, like, so tiny, and you beat them right away. So I'm kind of worried that's going to happen. But I only liberated 17 out of 24. I'm not sure what that means, because I've been kicking ass, man. Maybe because when I'm not working, I try my best to get some of this, to play some of this. And I have played a few hours more than I really should have. I staying up late on my own time. And I feel like I'm, I don't know, like done with this section, but now I'm seeing only so much liberated, so now I don't know. Also, I think there's stuff I haven't gone to right here, so maybe that's what it means. How much was liberated again? 17 out of 24, so that's not bad. So maybe I do have a little bit going on. But yeah, the Ghost of Tsushima, how do you say that? That's what I'm shocked at. Number one, there's a couple things I'm shocked at. Ghost of Tsushima. And how do you guys figure out how much you've played yet? You know what I'm saying? Because I can't figure out how much I've played. I don't know if I even want to look yet, but on the save it doesn't show me.
If I delete Days Gone on this, will it delete it on that? Or can I delete Uno, but you paid $5 for it?
You're gonna delete Days Gone?
Dude, well, if I delete it...
Why,
will
do you need
it'll-
space?
Yes.
You could delete Days Gone.
Okay,
You don't
thank
play
you.
it, do you?
No,
Why is Days Gone on that?
because you downloaded it in case I want to play it.
And you never played it?
Why?
Yo, pack your shit and get out! Disappointed. Anyhow, the world, I even started playing with the photo editor. People were nagging me to do that. And it's pretty freaking cool. Some of the imagery, there's certain things that open world games kind of lack that Ghosts of Tsushima do in a way. I feel like they could do it a little more. Like, look at some of these. This is a guy I found dead just on like a beach, you know? It was fucking awesome, man. I should have made this the thumbnail. That is badass, yo. Also, this one was one of my favorites. That is fucking awesome. And keep in mind, this is just some random NPC that's dead out there in the world. You see these a number of different ways, but just the beach and how it was looking, I was like, yeah, let me get that. The flute. Oh my god, knowing that you can unlock the weather. You guys know I'm a nut. Well, if you watch my Days Gone, I'm a nut when it comes to the rain and the stormy weather. Well, what's fucking awesome in this is you get a flute where when you play the flute, it changes the weather. Now you got to unlock it, which is great because early on in the game, there's some scenery that... I broke his fingers. There's some scenery that you want it to be natural. It'll be bright sunshine. There's some times where you can't change the weather, which is perfect because they have it set up. Now, so you played a flute, and I love that they separated the rain from the storm. So if you want that loud, boisterous, is that the right word, thunder and that crackle of a storm rolling in, you can change the weather to a storm. Or if you want the downpour aspect, you can put on the rain, so that way it's raining. Then there's the sun, and then there's another one. Now, I'm probably going to do all three except for the sun. I think the rainy, you know, those are my favorites. What's the other one? Here's some more. Just this was early on playing around with the photo mode, but some of my favorites were the on the beach with that guy. I think he killed himself. Anyhow, let me see here. You can go to accessories. Oh shit, look at this. Fog, that's what it was. I just unlocked the fog. So right now I have it on the storm, Lament of the Storm. And when I turn that on, it'll get real loud with the thunder and lightning. Love it, yo. But if you go with the sun, you can make it sunny if it's raining, which is great if you want it to be. Now, when it comes to shadows in the fog, I'm assuming this makes it foggy. Now, I just unlocked this right now. So I'm going to put shadows of the fog. I like the fog look, but I think my favorite right now is that storm. And that's because of how good the sound is in this game. And going back to what I was saying before, open world games work in a number of different ways that are interesting, where you take a break from the genre that you got going on right now, and you do something. For example, you pull back and make it creepy and atmospheric. There was this story of people dying in the woods, and it ended up being bandits, but it really should have been a like 5 to 6 mission arc in this. And then every time you went back, it would be this really creepy vibe in a foggy nighttime forest, like dotted around that section of the map. Like you were looking for this hunter and you were finding, not a hunter, but you were looking for this being and you were finding, injured people along the way. Anyhow, I think that's what it should have been, but it was only a real quick, like 5-minute segment in this game, but it was incredible just taking that. And they do that quite frequently, and Days Gone did a great job with a fun world and an environment. And for Days Gone 2, I think this is a great game for them to really focus on if Days Gone 2 is going to be a open world game. And if anyone out there is making an open world game, here's something that you need to really fully understand. Ghost does it well. It's open world, and I still find myself all the time coming up upon a visual feat as if it was a linear game. Like, you know, when you're playing The Last of Us 2 and they have it set up to where you come across this opening and it, you know, it's linear, so every single player is getting that same exact experience. Well, in this game, no matter what direction I go, I'm often and again, it goes to the creation of how the level design for each section, but the overall aspect where you're on mountains and you come across a pass and you get this insane visual with some kind of gorgeous backdrop of the oceans, the ocean with the war ships in the bay and whatnot, and it's friggin' incredible. And they do that constantly in this game, where I come across something that is just, I mean, this game is just fun. Isaiah asked, I've been playing this game, mission can be repetitive. Yeah, I just ignore, I shouldn't say it like that, but I immediately block out when I hear repetitive. First off, every single video game under the sun is repetitive. It just matters if they can mask it, right? All they need to do is to get you to feel like it's not repetitive. But games, one, must be repetitive, or else it's so random you lose track of what you're playing. But two, I will agree with you, there's some side missions, but those are the bonuses, though. That's what frustrates me with open world games, is because they have your main mission, they have a couple like side street missions, and then they have those extra missions that are there for people who just want to go raid another bandit camp, you know. And that's why when it comes to like real critics that hammer those ideas home of how it's too repetitive and you do the same thing over and over, I just have to, I can't believe actual critics say that, because they don't even understand what they're reviewing, because that's what it's that for those people that are going extra. Now, if the game was 5 hours long, if it's a tiny little ass game, and then yes, I would say, well, yeah, because but when you got this massive game, if you don't want the extras that are repetitive, then fall back. I definitely can see how some of them can be, especially when you're going to find foxes for like 20 times, or you're going to find a place to meditate 30 times. You know what I'm saying? But the cool thing is each one gives you a little nugget of an upgrade. But they do them different to where, like, when you meditate, you get to pick some type of haiku. And it fits the genre, it fits the world. And when you look for the, what was the one? When you meditate, you do the haiku. And you get to pick it, too. Which, again, it's these clever things that at first I thought it were, I don't know, filler crap, that I eventually came to love almost every aspect of this game. Now, it has certain flaws. Like, sometimes the mission identification is not good. Sometimes you'll be like, what are you supposed to do? And the wind don't work because you're in the middle of a mission. So you're already where you're supposed to be. So when you're doing your mission, it don't do shit. Now, they'll have like, oh, you gotta go and light the barrel on fire. But you got this big area to do that in, and it oftentimes just gets to be a little flustered. So, where am I going? Alright, so I gotta go meet these people. And I thought this was my final battle, but I don't think it is, because now that I look on my screen, I got a lot more shit to do. So I might end up... Yeah, what does it say? Because I'm not even sure. Short withdraw. See if I plan on one. Speak with Yana at the town. And that's another thing. Finding out remembering the towns and where they go. That gets a little clustered, because sometimes it's a bit off trying to find them. Not every town, but some stuff. It's just not as clean. Even when you're finding the trappers versus, sometimes those birds help you. That bird went right into the ground, but maybe that bird was trying to help me there. Like when you're trying to find the people to upgrade your armor and your weapons and yada yada yada, Now, I've noticed they have banners. They got banners, like, see that right there? They'll have a full banner. And sometimes it's just hard to find them. Like, you'll be running around this town and you're like, where do they go? I think it should have been put a little, I don't know, a little clearer. That's a merchant. I don't need him.
Right. The ball's only got fire.
Maybe it's just me bad with areas. Yo, we're gonna make a fog come in. Let me read some of the chat. Last of Us 2 suck balls. In the hospital scene, the soldiers chasing Ellie mentioned the power was on in the basement and a slight reference to Abby being there. Oh, really? I mean, I'm not really sure how that's a reference, but I'm guessing you mean the actual way they talk is really a reference. Because I do know there's references to Abby being there when you're Ellie. But I would like, on the flip side, a reference when you're Abby that Ellie's there. Like, again, hearing Nora being beaten or whining. So now is the fog... Is it just a fog? Okay, so it looks like... Yeah. Wow. I guess it's just a fog no matter what. Yeah, see how there's a banner? And then there's a thing right here? That's at least a help, but I remember the one time...
Mimi, how could you? Think about it. The only thing in the way of Lord Sasha becoming weak.
Maybe I'm on the wrong street. Yeah, I think I'm on the wrong street. Yeah, remembering certain areas, locations that you need to go to is a bit of a annoyance.
I'll tell the others you still live.
How am I nowhere near this shit? Ronnie, you're the truth. Thank you very much, homie. I look like Eminem right now. He don't have facial hair, though, does he? What's going on?
I hope you find more
yeah,
banners.
banners.
I'll be
Well,
here
where's
when you do.
where's Nora? Or Laura? Wherever the... Or Yuna. That's what I'm looking for. I'm thinking of... I think this is a perfect example. Once I find them, I'll know. Oh, man, I should have went there, but... I think this is a perfect example of how it's... You know what? Now I remember where to go. The forge where... Okay. It must just be me. It's this building. It must just be me. That's probably just me. I don't know. It could have been a little cleaner. But it's this building here.
Welcome back.
You need a swordsmith, my lord.
Oh, swordsmith.
Whatever your sword
Oh, you don't
needs.
got nothing. Oh, shit. Where'd she go? Oh, I'll talk to her in a second because it's going to play a cutscene. Good to see you, brother. Loving the stream. Thank you very much, homie. Was wondering if you ever talk about the Telltale Walking Dead games. Yeah, I reviewed all of them except for the last, like, 2 episodes of Michonne. This game is fantastic. It's me watching samurai documentaries and shit. Nice. It's got you watching them. Is it better than Last of Us 2? Here's the tricky part with coming up with... I was thinking about this the other day because I read a review that annoyed the piss out of me. Somebody did not like Ghost of Tsushima because it was made by a Western company and it was about Japan and yada yada. Essentially, they said it's cultural appropriation, which is absolutely such a stupid argument to make. And in this idiot's review, he mentioned Last of Us like 20 frickin' times, Last of Us 2, in this ridiculous comparisons. And I was even thinking about it beforehand when I was comparing Days Gone to Last of Us. In my review, I even said it's a great companion piece because to compare a linear game with an open world game in that way, their pros and cons are so skewed. It's almost just a headache that's not worth being a headache. I think open world games should be compared against other open world games, platformers against platformers, and so on and so on. I think Days Gone is a great companion piece to Last of Us 2. Now, on the flip side, and this is part of the reason why I'm shocked, I enjoy Ghost of Tsushima so much more than I enjoy The Last of Us 2. And I know I've heard all the articles where it's not supposed to be fun. You're not supposed to enjoy it, which I don't think people understand the context of how Neil Druckmann said that. You know, even with I don't know, it's such a stupid argument. So I didn't have fun playing The Last of Us 2, and that's good because they didn't want you to have fun. It's like, bro, you still have to enjoy the experience. You can enjoy being created to become sad from a show, a movie. You can still enjoy that, you know? With Last of Us 2, my enjoyment was just here compared to Ghost of Tsushima, which is just insane. But when I compare them game on, it's hard to do that for a number of different reasons. But the game itself offers different things. Same thing with The Last of Us 2. Yeah, I love how it's more gritty, dark, bloody, gory. You know, lose arms and shoot people in the throat, and you can see it all, you know, clear and crisp. This is pulled back a little farther. You don't cut off limbs unless you're doing special techniques. Why can't there be more characters like Jim in The Walking Dead? He was such a simple, linear character, had so much juice to him. Real personal story was waste. I like that actor. I think he did a good job. Issue 4 is still sold out on the website. Just hang in there, brother. It's coming. It's on its way. I just don't like the missions where I have to examine stuff and follow footprints, also following the AI to progress. Early on, I did slight that as a criticism, and I still do. I am not big on the companion gameplay, and this is for every open world game, and they do it a lot. I'm not big on it, and they do it in this game. I didn't mind the track and footprints. There was one time where I was annoyed by it, but most times where they did it in the story, I liked the way it was with the environment. It was pretty cool. Combat never gets old. Actually really enjoyed making my own haikus, but that's probably the poetry nerd in me. It's been leaked that the finale will be released, blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts in November? I really don't have any thoughts. I don't know what answer you were looking for. Not in a negative way, not coming at you. I don't know what you wanted. I really don't care when The Walking Dead comes back, to be honest. I want it to come back. I want to see the last episode, but yeah, taking the break like they did, it just zapped all the interest. I don't even remember where we left off, you know? So I don't care. Just whenever it comes back, I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, the moment it's back. But The Walking Dead just doesn't have the same weight as it used to. Ronnie, you gotta check out the Mafia. I already checked that out. Yo, Mafia remake looks bomb, and I skipped over that. I skipped over the Mafia trilogy because I played the first game, and I remember getting frustrated in like 30 minutes, and I was like, "This is shit." But I can't wait for. And when I'm done with this, I'm playing Mafia 3. I looked it up and I regret looking it up because I saw a part of the story that starts the betrayal that I was like, that's fucking awesome. I want to play that, yo.
We're going to break into Castle Canada and free Lord Shimura.
Well, yeah, Isaiah, if you're having a bad experience with it like that, just stick with the main mission. But if it's like that, you're having that bad of an experience, I don't think the game might not be for you.
Oh, you pretend we're different, but we fight for the sea.
Here's where it gets a little tricky. When I am just out in the world looking for a fox just to kind of upgrade my armor a little tiny bit or my health a little tiny bit. Like today, for example, I was like, I want to enjoy this game for another 20 hours. So when I opened the map, I was excited to see that I still had like 3 or 4 more question marks on this part of the map. The reason is it's all interwoven. You don't just go and find the fox dens. You don't just go and find the meditation mats. Near each point of interest, these aren't even points of interest. These are like near each little bonus upgrade area is bandits on the road, enemies off to the side, And it's designed that way on purpose, so that way you can run into 2 or 3 enemies where you can just fight them head on. You can run into 15, 20 enemies where you might want to linger, and it's not big marked areas on the map like the main game. These are just little side extras. So for me, and that's why I said it might be different, if you're annoyed with the side shit, I don't think the game is for you, because I'm sitting here eager. I want to go find 20 more foxes, because I know near the foxes, not only am I upgrading my guy, but near the foxes is going to be 2 or 3 little camps of enemies to fight. Not every single one, but they'll at least have one
To create a
group of
legacy that
enemies.
outlives us.
I won my legacy with duty and honor. Brought order to my home. And justice for my people. You are nothing like me.
Neither is your nephew. But his name is bound to your legacy.
A legacy is more than a name.
Ah, true. Your family has lived here for generations. Your ancestral castle lies to the north, yes? I look forward to visiting it, while I leave you here to starve to death, alone, without honor.
I also found that the girl that rescues you from the battlefield, she has a really cool little story. And I mean, it's dark,
Damn it,
you know.
Rizzo.
I mean, you don't
Where are
see
you?
anything dark, but just the idea,
Everyone's here.
her, that
Shall we
character.
wait for the Straw Hats?
Because everyone no, wait a minute. No,
We'll meet
I'm
you at
sorry,
the
not
farmhouse.
her. I mixed them up. All right, it's the older lady. Yeah, that's right, because we rescued her brother, but it was the older lady, Masaka or something. Her entire family was butchered, and her sons died on the battlefield, and we helped her find her sons' bodies and stuff. Her story was dark, you know? And I like that. Speak with your allies. Where's my fucking allies? All right, so we're finally over here. There is going to be a little more. I'm happy about that. I'm a little nervous about this, though. Having this island here, it just doesn't look like there's a... Well, yeah, I guess there's a decent amount of game left.
I hate sake. You know that.
What are you talking about? Nonsense. Have a drink. You'll feel better.
Someone also said that the game is overly serious. And I don't know why the way they criticized it was because it's...
Everyone,
They don't
it's
have
time.
that, you know... They don't have that
today we free Lord
silly,
Shima.
goofy character
I
that
was told we'd have straw
Hollywood
hat
always
reinforcements.
jams into every
Not here.
damn movie.
And we can't wait any longer.
They kind of do, but he's really
What's
toned
the
down.
plan, Lord Sakai?
I don't know why that's a bad thing.
I'll
Walking
use
Dead
my
did
grappling hook
done
to
us
infiltrate
dirty.
the castle.
Yeah.
Once I silence the alarm, the rest of you can safely breach the front gate. The Mongols are likely holding Lord Shimura in the main keep. If they sound the alarm, they may execute him.
We can storm the front gates, take them by surprise.
No.
That's
do this
actually a good
quietly.
point. Hold on.
We'll
I'll
carve a
talk
path to
after
the main
this.
keep, rescue Lord Shimura, then fall back to the main gate and make her escape.
Sounds like suicide.
Only if we attack head-on. We can do this if we sneak in and catch the enemy while they're sleeping.
Like a thief.
Or a ghost?
Lord Shimura is counting on us. Let's head out.
I gotta change my shit, yo. Give me my gear. I should have actually had it upgraded, I guess. Wait, I don't have an upgrade, so that's good. I just unlocked something. Is it that? That's kind of cool, but we're gonna go with this, I think. We got increase in reload speed, knocking, increase concentration. Headshots restore 50% of the concentration meter. That's what's up. Now, if I use this, it reduces all damage by a major amount. Massive increase to health. Taking damage grants 15% resolve. Oof. I might pick that for this one. This is another good one. Reduce enemy detection by 20%. I might start with this one. Oh, I do have up. No, I don't have any upgrades on it. I might start with this one. Yeah, I might do that. And then we'll go with the good old-fashioned thief wrap or the mask. Let's go with the wrap. I like these hats. These ones here. I don't think they do anything point-wise. It's just the look. There's another cool headband here. Shabam. We're gonna go with that.
Good speech.
Anyhow,
this will work.
So LeBron says, I'm actually surprised you like this more than The Last of Us 2. Sure, the story was meh, but the gameplay was fantastic. Here's the thing is I agree with that fully. The story for me was beyond meh. I now have replayed it completely twice fully, and I'm halfway done with a third playthrough, and I've played like some combat outside of that. For me, the story was franchise ruining. Not completely, where like Star Wars, where it's just dead to me, but ruining where it lost its great factor. When I look at Last of Us stuff, I only focus on part one story, part 1 characters. I'm going to complete that collection, and I'm looking at part 1 like its own separate thing. Part 2 for me was just franchise ruining, meaning I'll keep an eye on what they release next, but I don't care like I used to. And there's no coming back from it. It was just 7 years for a revenge story. I mean, it's just whack. Now, when it comes to the gameplay, you're absolutely right. I love that gameplay. What I'm saying, though, is why I like this more is the fact that this, for me, and I judge it on an enjoyment level. I don't give a fuck if The Last of Us has cleaner kills, and I like the kills in The Last of Us better than this game. I like shooting guns more than fighting with a samurai sword and a bow and arrow. I just do. However, my enjoyment factor here is far greater. I mean, far greater than The Last of Us 2. And I'm an idiot. Where am I going? So that's how I determine I like this more than The Last of Us 2. If I had to pick a game of the year, this gets it. The Last of Us 2 shouldn't get game of the year because they have a franchise that I've loved for years. They have a lot right, especially the environments and yada yada yada, a lot right. But overall, my enjoyment is nowhere near. Come on, really? Maybe I just. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Sometimes on stream I forget dumb shit when it comes to the game. Like where they go, what our missions are. Whoops. Alright, what cliffs am I scaling? Over here?
Looks like you can climb up here.
Catch up to the others. I'll see you inside.
Be careful, Jin.
One thing I think they should have added was when you climb anything that's tall, you should be able to just jump off it and throw your grapple hook. Done. And then lower down. That would have made it so cool. I do like the combat though. Go to Arrow Peak Shrine. You get a charm where you collect more everything supplies. I'm doing that next for sure. What's the Arrow Peak Shrine? Shit, how do you find that? Yeah, how the hell do I find that? What I'll do is I'll look it up and see where it is on the map. And then I'll do that. Because I don't know how to find that. Are these shrines? Yeah, these are shrines. Here we go. Look at Arrow Peak. So now I know It's right in the middle, down a little. If I could bring one character back from the dead on The Walking Dead, I don't even know, to be honest. Abraham, probably. He should have been there for All Out War. Died in All Out War. With views like this, they're killing it. They have a lot of moments that are cinematic like that. They did a good job putting it together. I'm pretty sure I gotta go the other way, but I just want to look. Ooh, we do have an entranceway here. So what's this way? Are you shitting me? That's dumb. They don't even let you look around. They should ease up on some of the restrictions there. One more complaint about Ghost of Tsushima, and again, it isn't perfect. I don't like that you can't craft weapons, because the ammo that you get is based on what you find. Luckily, I got 6 arrows, and I only have 2 explosive. I want more than that. And then fireworks, fireworks, I only got 1 for distractions. I would like a little more. And the only way is to find it on dead bodies, to loot for ammo. I don't like that at all. What's up, CB? Oh, John, when you play this game, man, you'll love it, I think. I'm excited for the Last of Us show, for the world and the creatures, seeing that come into life. But just let you guys know, before we get on with battle here, I just want to remind you, Doomsday Kingdom is doing fantastic on Indiegogo. I won't talk to death about it, but the link is down below if you want to, wait, hold on, where's the, if you want to check that out. I want to move this because I wanted to ask you guys if you saw, no, look at that, it's a mirror house. That house is made from mirrors. Ain't that shit crazy? I saw that on Instagram. But did you know that NECA revealed Doc Brown from Back to the Future? Yo, that is the shit. I've been saying we needed a Doc Brown ever since they revealed Marty. Now, I'm getting Marty. I don't know what it is about Back to the Future, but the look of Marty, when I saw that they made a hot toy of him, and this is before I even collected, even back then I was like, that is cool as shit, you know? But I heard it was like a $200 doll, and I was like, fuck you. What idiot's going to buy that 10 years later? I'm the idiot. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't own it. I didn't buy it. Still didn't buy it. It's way expensive now. But I'm getting this. My plan is when we buy a house, I'm going to make my own customized Blu-ray rack. And it's going to have movies with slots for the figures. So you'll have the movie here. I'm already designing what it would look like. But it'll have slots to have the NECA figures. Right now, I just don't know if they're going to be on display or with the box. For example, this one looks pretty damn cool with the box. So I might have some of them in the box on display. But it'll be by my Blu-ray shelf in the, like, next to the family room. But that is awesome. Have Marty in his outer space outfit. Marty, and then Doc. And then there's a Biff. Friggin' epic. And then you got the damaged Predator from Predator 2 to City Hunter. And here's the, I think this is the box art for the Lost Tribe. One of the Lost Tribe. And look at his tomahawk, man. Look at that bone tomahawk. It's a friggin' stick with a skull, or it's a skull and spine with a tomahawk sticking out of the front of the skull. That is so fucking cool. Anyhow, Doomsday Kingdom on Indiegogo. Do we got any collectors in the chat? Oh, wait. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, any collectors in the chat? Because that NECA stuff, I'm telling you. I heard they were going to discontinue the Godzilla. And I've seen NECA Godzilla in Targets and Walmarts every time when I'm shopping with my daughter. I always happen to walk by it. And I never give them another look. I just glance at the box and I just forget it. Well, I heard they were being discontinued, and I was like, you know what, I should pick up a Godzilla because they're only 20 bucks. They're pretty cheap compared to other figures out there. And I was like, let me look up what Godzilla I grew up with, because when I was little, I loved Godzilla, man. I'd watch the shit at, and I mean like when I was little, like ever since I was 5. I got a Godzilla figure, cheap little thing for Easter one year or something, and I friggin' loved it. And I accidentally bought a 1962, I think, Godzilla. From the picture, I thought it was the one that I remember. But long story short, it ended up being the 1985 Godzilla is the one. It's from Return of Godzilla. That's the one I grew up on. But I did watch the 60 Godzillas on reruns and stuff. So I ended up just keeping the 62, and I'm even thinking about copping the 64 because they're slightly different. But it's this Godzilla. You got to get the one in the box. It looks just like him. My daughter was laughing at me because she picked out, when we were at the store, she picked out Godzilla from 2019. And he looks badass and like a beast. And I picked out that Godzilla. Holy shit, he was sleeping. I thought I was looting. I picked out the vintage Godzilla, and she was making fun of him, giving him a derpy sound like when he talked and all that. So, I feel like Capcom made Resident Evil 3 Remake at least 12 hours long. It would have been my game of the year. Resident Evil doesn't stand a chance at game of the year. For my personal tastes, visuals, love it. Nostalgia, love it. But oftentimes the story really falls flat, and the what I feel is the worst offender, Resident Evil, as much as I love it and it's nostalgic, it's stiff as fuck, and it keeps it from having that, I don't know, that really loose, enjoyable gameplay style. If they would tweak that a bit, I think Resident Evil could make a comeback like you would not believe. Give me the franchise. I guarantee I'll make everyone rich. Oh, I almost fucked that up, bro. I got mad excited though when recently, because I've been making a little plan for Doomsday Kingdom for certain things. And I was mapping out if we ever got lucky and we were able to do something video game wise, and I was just like, oh my god. I was like, yo, I got some ideas that I think you'll fucking love. You'll go nuts for. We gotta find a way to make it, yo. That's all I know. Excited for Last of Us show. I feel like you can upgrade your ammo at Trappers. Yeah, I've been upgrading how much ammo I can get, but my point is you still have to loot for the ammo that you find. But I am upgrading how much I can carry. I'm just waiting for Ultimate Wolf. That's going to be 2021, and I agree. Ultimate Wolf is going to be the fucking bomb.
The alarm. Better take down the guards.
Oh, I thought there was another. Alright, one way. Oh, that ain't nothing. Oh shit. You almost caught me, yo. Really? You die.
Sensei, you and Kenji secure the front gate.
Consider it done.
Yuna, can you clear the path along
Oh, you
the
got the
cliff?
Rhino
I'll handle it.
Xenomorph?
Good.
We'll meet
They
up at
got
the
it
bridge.
down the street at Walmart.
Forgetting
And it's been
someone?
there for a
No.
while. I
You're
was
with me.
considering copping it. My daughter used to loved the alien from Aliens. Recently, she's been not so interested, but she used to love it. I haven't watched Train to Busan 2 yet. I'll eventually get to it. It doesn't release officially until August, but
There's a siege
some
weapon
people
up
have
there.
been
Last time
telling
they
me to
turned on
watch it
Yuna
on
and
like
me.
Put Lockers
This time,
and
we'll
some
get
other
it.
website, 123 Movie or some shit. I almost never do bootlegs though. A lot of times because I was constantly getting people saying, "Oh man, I got this bootleg. It's like
We need to clear the courtyard.
it's perfect quality,"
or head on.
and I'll end up
Don't
watching it and the quality's dog shit, or I'm just not real big on the idea that I'm not good with all the viruses and shit like that. Like, I know very minimal when it comes to safeguarding your computer and stuff, and I'm just not comfortable with watching bootlegs and shit. I don't mind. Like,
Negium Harsinta, you wait.
come on, come on, come on.
Herr Hatch, was mitten.
Oh shit. Fuck it. Yeah, let's fight. Fuck this. Oh, I forgot these guys shoot 3 at once. Wait, how the fuck did you... He's not dead yet? Jesus, lady, what are you doing? You not dead yet? I love this. Kill. The mercy kill. It's cool shit. It gives you extra health too. Bomb. Yeah, I fucked that up big time. It's a good thing it doesn't matter. That would have been annoying if it did. Oh shit, we got there to go. What is she doing down here? Just setting off the whatchamacallit? Come on, there's gotta be something. The look of the loot as well, I can add that as another criticism. It's not that interesting. Oh, tell me there's a fire pot up here. Sometimes you can shoot the fire pots and burn people alive. That shit is cool as fuck. Wait, what? Yo, check that out. That is a beast. Alright, lady, what are we doing?
Can you operate the Hwacha?
I'll figure it out.
When I free Lord Shimura, we'll be chased by Mongols. Take them down.
With pleasure. Be safe, Jin.
And you, Masako.
Isaiah, I'm just gonna flat out disagree with you there. Resident Evil already made a comeback because of Resident Evil 7 and 2, yada yada yada. Yeah, that's just not even, in my opinion, that's just not true. Resident Evil has been consistently releasing stuff. Sure, did critics blast? What was it? Like Part 5? Did the franchise take a massive dump and nosedive for a few years? Sure. But they had movies, they had animated stuff, they got the video games, the comic book. Was it comic book or book? I forget. They still had shit in the works, and it was still kind of You know, it's hard to say something's making a comeback in the same way that I meant Resident Evil or other franchises totally just crap out and then explode up, you know? Right now, I don't consider Resident Evil as explosive. I picture it, I don't know, the same or similar standing as it has been for years now. Horizon Zero Dawn or Ghost of Tsushima? I'd have to pick Ghost of Tsushima, but I still liked Horizon Zero Dawn. However, I did end up quitting like friggin' 10 hours in, and after like a week of not playing, I just never picked it up again. I did go back and give it another chance. It is a beautiful game. It's got beautiful environments. I'm just not real big on...
Follow my lead.
The creature type is boring with the robot enemies. At first it was like, yo, that's cool, but I thought that was set up for something really cool. And what else was it? The story as well was real, for me, was real flat. Are you shitting me? Oh my god. I thought I was going to be able to go around and just do him dirty. Now, if I was playing by myself, I would literally just go up to all these guys and just lay into them. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. Yeah, these. You can shoot these, and it burns whoever's in the... Damn. You know what I never use, though? I never use the wind chimes and the fireworks. I mean, I guess I used them, but barely. What? That hit never works. Oh, fuck. That hit never works. This right here. Wait. Hold on. This right here. You're supposed to follow up with the hit.
The Straw Hat friends were helping.
But
Ryuzo's men were starving. They may have turned against him.
But you always miss him with the second hit, unless I'm waiting too long. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to sneak around. We are gonna go with this one. Shabam. Actually, you know what? We are also... Shit. Gonna rock out with that. I think that works. Those fucking hats are whack, yo. I mean, they look weird in a cool video game way, but there's no way you're gonna fight it wearing one of those. There's no way. Come on, lady. Oh, I'm that high up? I guess so. Yeah, look at that. Visuals, man. Love that shit. I'm surprised they don't have us fighting
This is
along
as far
the
as
way.
I got last time.
The Khan threw you off this bridge?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How'd you survive?
I don't know.
Yo, you know what's real stupid, though, now that I think about it? This game was all about pulling people together, which I love the idea of pulling everyone together to fight back. But one of the biggest plot points was getting the grapple hook. And I think I used it 3 times to get up here. In some random side mission, I used the grapple hook like, you know, a bunch. Isaiah also said Resident Evil 2 Remake was nominated for Game of the Year last year, though. Isaiah, I'm not really sure what that has to do with anything. You might have to, like,
find another way over.
Let me know, like, what part of our conversation are you connecting that to, you know? When I'm talking about Resident Evil 2 being good, if you mean something I said about it not being Game of the Year, I'm talking about my personal Game of the Year. You know what I mean? So when I was talking about Game of the Year for Resident Evil 2, yeah, I'm talking about my personal. So if you meant, like, Resident Evil 3, if it was longer, it would have been Game of the Year for everyone else, then you could be right. But all I'm saying is, for me, it's nothing could help it because the gameplay itself is too stiff. I don't care if it was 25 hours long. It wouldn't have made it. Story and gameplay. Maybe I'm actually going to use the grapple hook now. Wait, why did I do that? I gotta shut up and listen to them when they're talking, you know?
This should work.
Good eye. Once you're in, open the gate for me.
Oh, we are gonna use the grapple hook, finally. Shit. Yeah, here we go. Good. See that? I'm glad they're using it. I like this, too. A little bit. Jumping on tree. I wouldn't mind if they did more of it. It's nice and fluid. And if they made Resident Evil 2 Remake have the scenarios match up with the game, would have been a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Or do you mean Resident Evil 2 Remake scenarios match up, the game would have been... Alright, I feel you. You know what would have worked for me in a big way? Having... And I feel like they cheaped out big time. And that's why with Capcom, I don't think Resident Evil, unless they give it... I don't know, unless someone else makes something with Resident Evil as a video game, because if Capcom at this point just feels like someone who wants to do the least amount to get the most amount of money. Resident Evil 3 should have easily, without doubt, should have been bigger, obviously, but the 2 storylines with Claire and then, what's his name? Leon? Those 100% should have been 2 individual gameplays. Not, we're going to use the same keys, we're going to use the same areas. However, it's not going to make any sense because, you know, Claire did this in her gameplay, and then you do it too. Like, break all the windows in the room. When you enter, you got to do the same trait, you know? I don't know. And more difference too. You fight the same boss. It's just, I don't know. That was whack. I didn't even play all of the gameplay for Leon after I played Claire because it was just fucking whack. Whack that it was so the same. Can I just fight these guys? Yeah. Who's shooting? Is there archery lesson going on? Last of Us 2, Game of the Year.
More gods ahead.
For me, Game of the Year is Ghost of Tsushima. And again, that's taking... we're not looking at just technical side. I know a lot of people are like, well, what about the environment? What about the gameplay? That's taking everything into consideration, but putting most of the emphasis on enjoyment. And that's what I really pull from Game of the Year. You have to enjoy it overall. And that doesn't mean that dark and gritty stories are automatically removed as being contenders. I love depression porn stories, man. I fucking love it. Sad, sadistic, cruel. Everyone dies. Everyone, it's all heartbroken. I fucking love it. The problem with The Last of Us is it wasn't a sad story. It was just a pointless one. It was a waste of time. In Last of Us 2, people just did things. It didn't... That girl's like, wait, what are you doing? No, don't turn up. Gotcha. But I would recommend any and everybody. Ghost of Tsushima is fucking awesome, and I didn't light it up yet. It's fun. It is fun. Does it have certain issues with it? Yes. Does it, what else? Does it have the open world flaws that every open world with some repetitive side quests and yada yada yada? Absolutely. I think every open world has that. But it is really fun. And if you don't want to do all the repetitive side quests, just don't do them. I really should get better at getting guards to go in different areas, but I'm just bad at it, man. I just don't. Fireworks are supposed to bring them in. Oh shit. You know what I like? The fucking smoke bombs. I hate smoke bombs in usual games, but in this one it's fucking fun. You guys didn't even see it? You guys suck at life, brother. Oh shit, how did you still get me? Oh, yes, I hate one thing. Let's go, bro. Let's go, tough guy. Come on. You hit pretty hard, huh? How? Oh, man. She did it all for me, I guess. I might have put the game on easy. When I first started playing it with the first few hours, the circle button for dodge was one of my criticisms. And it still kind of is. It's an annoying button to utilize for the blocking. When you get better at it, it gets a lot better. However, it does interfere in your enjoyment in battles. Now, one thing that is kind of frustrating with not just this game, but every game that utilizes timed attacks is, for the bear is a perfect example. If I ever fight a bear, I'll show you. You have to hit circle twice and then attack, and it's repetitive. It is dull. No, I shouldn't say it like that, because it's fine. It's like an animal you fight 10 times in the whole game. Who cares? It's one of those small things that you do. But my argument is against in video games. They don't have a fluid system yet. I've never played a game. I've heard so many people talk about how the fluid in this and fluid in that, and it's just not true. It's all based on times. You're allowed, for a bear, you gotta block twice and hit once, block twice and hit once, because that's how it's timed. For some of these others, they have other timed moves where you gotta go this way and that way. When you see that color red, for example, that's one that you have to shift over to avoid, and the other ones you block at a certain time, but you can't just freely... I knew that was gonna fuck up. I wasn't thinking. I guess maybe when they're staggered, you can do it. Get out of the way. Whoa, that was badass. Oh shit! Oh, he's shooting the ground. Fuck. Where is he? Yeah, see right there, it was a double, and I shouldn't have attacked just yet until he was done with his attack. I'm doing bad. I'll get it. I'll get the hang of it. Usually it takes me a few minutes to warm up with fighting if I haven't played in a bit. I forgot, this is the internet though. You gotta be perfect or else people are gonna get up in that
hold
ass.
this area. I'll find Lord Shimura.
Good luck, Jin.
Another gate. Better find a way around.
I hope I could climb more. That would be cool. It looks like you should be. That should be a part of it. After all, I went the whole mission to get this climbing hammer. The grappling hook. Oh, my bad. Oh yeah. You put on this gear and your controller will vibrate if you go by any collectibles. So it's kind of like a way to clear the area before you move on. And I dig this outfit. It's simple. This one's a cool one though. You said that Resident Evil didn't make a comeback. That's why I said that. Oh, about Game of the Year. Yeah, I don't... I think we're talking about two different things. Making a game that, let's say, critics slam, and then the next year you made a game that made Game of the Year. In my eyes, that wasn't a comeback. I meant like... But I understand how you say that. That is, yes. That's a win, back to back. My thing, though, was... an absolute franchise comeback, be on track, new story, yada yada yada, revitalize the franchise in and of itself. What we got though was a successful remake. That was it. I mean, everyone knows if you made Resident Evil, The Village, for example, everybody knows it's going to be a hit or miss. But when they say Resident Evil 3, they're like, oh shit, 2, they sync it up. See how it's synced up? Wait, what the fuck? I knew I shouldn't have been talking. What the fuck is going on? I knew he was salty. Old bitch. Come Come on, bud. I don't want to do this. I guess I should use sword on him, huh? Alright, that... I don't understand. I'm fucking dodging his shit, but I'm still taking damage. This.
I'll make it quick.
Yeah, I'm dodging his shit with circle, yet it's still I'm still taking damage.
A lifetime ago.
Yeah.
I had to feed my men.
Whatever, bitch. I guess I missed that part. I knew something was up because he got all huffy puffy. If you played the scenarios in the original Resident Evil 2, it actually made sense. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. I guess you can only... Oh. Oh my god. You get 2 attacks. I gotta remember that. See, that's why I don't normally like sword fighting games. See how he does 2 attacks? Well, I want to fight back. However, the game makes you wait. All sword games do. Sword fighting games.
I'll make it quick.
And that's why it frustrates me, because I don't want to. I want to attack. But it's like, you can only wait and hit him at certain moments. Like right now. Oh, I didn't mean to dive.
Stop! Before it's too late!
Come on, brother.
You've changed.
Brother.
So have you, Ghost.
See ya. Oh. Oh, that was bitch shit.
I had to feed my men.
I take back all the praise I heaped on it. I think I'm only on normal difficulty. I don't remember changing much. They said... I fucked that up bad. They set different boss fights up, though, differently, where it's going to take you a time or two to time it down. Especially me. I'm impatient. I want to fight and actually get going, but you got to map out his movement. Like, for example, those.
I'll make it quick.
He does 2 back-to-back hits, and I'm always trying to
a lifetime ago.
hit him back after the first one, and it screws me up. Yeah, like that shit.
Stop! Before it's too late!
I got his movements now, though.
You've changed. So have you, Ghost.
No, I don't. I always fucking fall for it. Bullshit. I blocked that one. I fucked that up. The one time I don't attack back, he only swings once. What the fuck? Twice. There, yeah. Come on, bro. One time I fall.
Enough. It's not too late. Help me save our home. It belongs to them now. Ryuzo. He's here! The samurai is here!
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's get it on, bitch.
What is going on?
Give me that health. Give me that health, son. I don't know if I doubt they hid stuff to find. Collectible wise, I doubt it. They did got stuff. Why even have it there if you're gonna make me return to the area? Got your toes, brother. What? Wait, what? That did nothing to you? Bro. Ooh. Your own guy set you on fire, bro. Fuck off. Out in the wild. I am always dodging that shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I gotta put this guy down. He's fucking annoying me. I don't know if you can block the fire arrows. I didn't block that.
Where is he? Where is Lord Shimura?
Oh shit.
Correct.
Gotta be fucking me. I think it's me. It's either me or the game I just got done praising is having a bunch of. What the fuck was that? Gotta get all those goodies, yo. Am I going up? Wait, what? Oh, is that him? I'm hurting. Abby gameplay still sucks. Yep. You can decapitate people, but I don't know how you get the ability to. You gotta unlock it with your powers. Like right here, I unlocked a certain technique. Why can I not stand? Am I doing... It's fucking weird. It won't let me stand up. Anyway, you gotta, like this not decapitates. This move right here will cut off somebody's arm. Wait a minute. Never mind, it won't let me. That's why I'm kneeling. It won't let me do anything. That's cool as shit. That's why it didn't. Shojin assassination unlocked. That right there. That move will cut off someone's arm if you do it to him. So you might be able to unlock decapitations, which is cool as shit. And I wish they let you carry that over to the New Game Plus. That would be cool. That way you can start right off the rip. You know. I always clean the blood from my sword after combat. Bro. How the fuck do you do that? Yeah, how do you do that? Because I remember, wasn't there something where you can, like, flick the thing? Yeah, I don't know how to fucking do that. I've never done it. But now that you say that, I could have sworn I saw, like, an old gameplay where you can flick the blood. But I don't think they've ever said it in a tutorial. If they did, I missed that shit. Oh, yeah, there we go. Bam, give me that. How do you flick the blood off? Swipe right on touchpad. Wait, that just puts his weapon away. If that's what you're talking about, oh, I always do that. I thought you meant like he actually throws blood. He could, maybe. If there's... Or do you mean maybe after combat and there's blood on the sword, he'll do it? Because that is swiping right. He just pulls it out and puts it away. But I'll look and see if there's blood on the sword. He might do it then. That would be fucking cool. Is that all you got, bro? What the fuck was that? That's what you get for being dumb as fuck. Ooh, see his arm, bro? See ya. Oh, man. Yo, I don't even know if I have any more. Oh, I do got more bullets. I'm blowing someone up. You know that. Yeah. Yo, he lit his sword on fire. Wait, do I got blood on my sword? No. I'll try it. After fighting, I'll try it. 'Cause that would be cool. Does anyone know how big in comparison the second part of the map is? There's 3 parts of the map. Like, for example, I thought I was almost done. Like, I figured the second and third part would be super fast. However, now that I'm looking at what I have unlocked and the collection and all that, I went around the map looking for all the artifacts and all that. And singing crickets, I'm only half of the way there. So I feel like I have another good chunk of game left, which makes me happy. Because I can play this game for another week. Another month, rather. I love that.
Face me, you coward!
Uncle, he puts his sword right away, though.
Hurry! Samurai no ho!
Done, son.
Uncle, I knew you would come, my boy. Your father would be proud.
I live to serve you, my lord. We have to leave.
Not yet. Khotun Khan is marching north to conquer Toyotama. He left some guards here. But there'll be no match for 2 samurai.
I brought allies. We can retake the castle.
They will sing songs of our victory.
Hell yeah, let's get it.
Come, Jin. We will clear the invaders from the northern courtyard. Lord Sakai will pull them to us.
I'm with you, my lord.
Oh, I thought he was still up. Ooh, yo, the view they're giving you here is fucking awesome. Ooh, what now, bitch? I barely use that stance, and I fucking love it.
You've survived.
Already.
With your nephew's
I
help.
just unlocked
He
it a little while
insisted
ago.
he could save you. I thought it impossible, but I'm glad he proved me wrong.
It won't be the last time, Sensei.
This is a
glad
50-hour
you're all
game.
here.
I doubt you're anywhere
We've
close.
lost too many friends.
I shouldn't be
And
if it's a
family.
50-hour
Lord
game.
Adachi died with honor, Lady Masako. Now we avenge him and all the fallen warriors of Tsushima.
There's more coming.
We will face them together. For the fallen warriors of Tsushima! Lady Masako, let no one retreat! Fire on them, Fire on them, Sensei's cowards! We will cover you!
Oh,
We'll attack Lord Sakai!
I get too excited with the always with the red hits. Because sometimes I just want to get in there and fight, but the brutes are timed where you gotta hit them and slide, hit them and slide. Sometimes I get like, I don't want to. I didn't see that. Fuck. Who shot me with an arrow? I don't see any arrow guys left.
All of
We
you.
did it.
When all this is done, I'll
Castle is
test
ours.
the blood
You've
flicker.
led us to victory, my lord.
With your help, Jin. Together, we will break the Mongol spirit and bring Khotun Khan to his knees. We will win this war as samurai.
Yo, snow? I can't wait to get to snow.
You have an impressive home. Won't you welcome me inside? Your people are tired, hungry, cold. Open the gate and save them!
promised food for my men.
Earn it.
Let them in!
No. Open the gate! Open the gate! Open the gate! Open the gate!
They do a good job. Good soundtrack they used there.
Your uncle's looking for you.
I thought I would be like totally
I heard the
disinterested
Khan
in the
took his
story,
castle.
but I dig it.
I never should have trusted Ryuzo.
He fooled all of us.
I thought you'd be gone by now.
So did I.
Let's talk to my uncle. See about getting your reward.
Lord Shimura is in the main keep.
Do you still want to leave Tsushima?
There's nothing left for me here.
I could use your help
Oh, where the fuck
in
did
the
you
fight
go?
ahead.
You have your uncle, Jin. You don't
This
need
is
me.
nice.
I need every ally I can trust.
Yeah, see the dirt on the bottom of his shit? They don't do it as clean as The Last of Us, for example. When you have a cape on, sometimes with water, if you're walking past the water, it doesn't register it getting wet. But if you actually swim in water, it will show it gets wet. So it's not as crisp in that regard, but it will show mud on his outfit and then
Good luck with your
blood
uncle.
on his outfit, and then it'll, you know, clear up later, just like other video games anyway.
Jin, you look well. We will defeat the Khan and the coward Ryuzo. Mount their heads on the battlements of my castle. But I can't do this without you.
You have me.
I heard of your exploits while I was in prison. Your methods were brutal. Impulsive. Without honor.
I did what I had to. For you.
I know, Jin. And I will be forever in your debt. But you can't continue down this path. All of Tsushima looks to us for guidance. We must save our home together. As samurai.
What about Yuna? She saved my life and helped free you. All she wants in return is safe passage to the mainland.
I will grant it when the seas are clear. But only if she helps me retake my castle.
Thank you, Uncle.
What,
We
motherfucker?
arrived within the hour.
You
Yes,
saved
Lord
your
Shimura.
life.
I should check on the others.
I will say, as another little aside, as far as criticism goes, the collectibles, some of them don't pop as clean as they probably should. I understand you get rewarded for exploration, but some of them just don't have that pop. Like, I know there's a yellow jar that's kind of round that is very similar to this at a distance, and it's rather annoying, confusing them all the time. For some reason, when you're in the wild, the trees have that, you know, on The Last of Us and other games, Days Gone and all that, there's a flicker on the item that you can pick up. Sometimes you can see that flicker, and then sometimes for certain items, you'll go, you know, you'll walk right past an item, swear it's not something you can pick up, and then you can actually pick it up.
Of all kinds.
So that's a little off. I don't think I can get any good stuff. Oh shit, yeah.
Lord Sakai! Let us perfect your steel.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I gotta go loot up.
How are the defenses coming?
Slow.
But they'll pick up once we get the forge going.
Yeah, this is
good work.
I have
both
it
of you.
downloaded and ready to
Anything
go,
to
but I
help,
just
Lord
can't
Sakai.
stop playing The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, if you're enjoying that, then, I mean, you're good. Play that for a bit, and then when you're done and need a refresher, I mean, I don't know how you're gonna be. I can't imagine. If you're loving Last of Us 2, then you'd probably get to a point where you're like, I need something fresh. And then once you start playing this after a bit, you'll probably want to, you know, like, I'm still interested in replaying some Last of Us 2, but I'll be honest, I don't want to go anywhere near that game until, I don't know, maybe I beat this, or
whatever your
I don't
sword
know, maybe I
needs.
get a little bored of it. I don't know. But right now, tomorrow, I want to find some free time tomorrow night to play an hour of this. I already know, you know. And it's funny because when I played 3-4 hours of this when I first downloaded it, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. There's a couple interesting things that appeal to me. And then I took a break, came back the next day, played another 2-3 hours, and I was the same way, where some of the combat was annoying, which I still find really annoying, using that circle. I'm impatient, and this is with all sword fighting games. I hate waiting for timed attacks, and that's a big part of what you do here. So you'll be doing this a lot. You'll be blocking like this, and then when you see a red attack, you have to sidestep it because you can't block it. When you see a blue attack, if you parry it, if you block it like this just on time, you can parry it and get a hit in. So you're waiting for all those little telltale signs, but everyone doesn't fight the same. Some people will have one swing like this, and then you can hit them back. Some people have a combo like that, and you can't hit them until their combo is done, or else you'll get hit.
Your bow made that easier, since
this game, I'm loving it.
Any news on your fallen student?
I heard rumors of a Japanese
I'm gonna shut down the chat, but I'm not chat, the stream, but I'm gonna go and find a little bandit group.
You have my word.
You know, fight them and kill them, and then see if I can wipe off the blood. That's a neat touch, having things kind of do the Thanos when you pick them up.
This is an interesting find.
What do you got,
Very
bro?
recent.
What is that? The game loads beautifully. The gameplay. When you fast travel, I know what Days Gone, it was a little frustrating because it had to load a bit. Fast travel in this is fast. When you fast travel across the map, you wait 2 seconds and then you're back in the game. However, with Days Gone, sometimes you'd wait, 30, 45 seconds, maybe a minute. However, doing certain small load times can get annoying in this game. Like, it's supposed to show me an example on the right. See my character? Sometimes it'll take a good 20 seconds for the character to show up. And that's frustrating, which is so weird how the game itself loads up fast, but having my outfit on the right side of the screen takes a bit. I don't know, it's just off. What do we got here? Kind of look the same. Nah.
Thank you.
I don't want any of that.
Always happy to help, my lord.
Find me in Nakashima, Sakai.
I wonder if I'm missing ammo or something. I don't like that. I love a lot about this game. I don't like that you can't craft ammo. I really enjoy finding the resources out in the wild, for example, like in Days Gone when you craft your crossbow, or even buying ammo from vendors and shit. Like, even in Days Gone, you didn't make your own bullets. I mean, you made your crossbow bolts, but you didn't make your bullets, you bought them. And it was just a little cleaner. You should be able to buy ammo in this. Like right here, if you don't find the kunai, whatever that is, it's this thing. Wait. It's this thing. If you don't find it, you don't get it.
Lord Shimura will grant you passage to the mainland.
BK says I'm on playthrough 3, but I'll jump to Ghost after that one for sure.
This isn't my fight, Jin.
This is everyone's fight.
Playthrough 3 is what
your worth to Lord
broke
Shimura,
me, I think.
And he
halfway
will
through, I just
promise.
I just didn't want anything to do with The Last of Us. But again, you're loving it all.
Samurai.
I just,
Squeezing people
and I don't
for
even
everything
hate
they're
the
worth.
story. It's weird. It's like the two characters, Ellie and Joel. What they do in the story just makes it all just such a waste for me. It's like you get part 1 and then part 2 is like nothing. The whole dynamic is gone. So for me, using him as that catalyst, I don't know, man. It was one of the most biggest disappointments in entertainment-wise. Probably one of the biggest. Outside of when I was a kid, thinking Star Wars was like the fucking bomb, you know, holy entertainment. It was the fucking shit. And then the prequels came and I was like, oh, that. I was in denial for a bit. And then Disney Star Wars came and it was like, yo, that's it. That was like a progression though. With Last of Us, it was like a bucket of cold water with hidden knives in it. It was like,
I'm sorry I didn't free you sooner.
You have nothing to
one of my
apologize for,
all-time favorite franchises is Dawn, you know?
I've seen what Mongols do to our people. I can't imagine what you went
Look at this, though. This looks nice. This looks nice.
It takes more than a bloated Mongol warlord to break my spirit.
He learned our language, kept you alive. What is he after?
He wanted me to aid his conquest of our mainland.
Something's not loading in.
Power, wives.
He thought you'd turn against your own people?
For that insult.
Yeah, something's not loading in because the game looks good.
Tell me about this woman
and
who
something
saved
over
your
here
life.
looks like ass.
Yuna is brave.
I mean, that looks nice. A little bit of pop in, I guess. Which is understandable. We're in a new part of the map, so maybe it just didn't load properly, or. But once you play this section of the map, that won't happen anymore. It'll be nice and crisp. Or no, maybe. No, it doesn't look that bad, I guess. I don't know.
Yuna is brave, loyal, and good in a fight.
Ishikawa said she's a thief.
We can't afford to turn away anyone willing to join our cause.
She has no stake in our victory. Only her reward. The
This
battles
looks
ahead
cool,
will be
though.
difficult, I need to know I can rely on my people.
You have my full support. And Yuna's.
Where are we going? Because that looks cool as shit. Himiko's Garden? Oh, I fucking love it, yo. The Golden Forest in the beginning is another cool one. Good morning, Princess Pie. How you doing, yo? You catching us just before you go to work? Check that out. That looks sweet.
Long ago, chaos ruled this island. It was the samurai who brought order and unified all of Tsushima. We must show our people that honorable samurai still fight for this land. It is time you return home and reclaim the armor of Clan Sakai.
It has sat empty since my father died.
The past cannot hurt you, Jin.
Well, I know there's singing crickets in here, and I'm sure shit gonna find them. That's how you unlock the ability to change the weather. You find little baskets of crickets. Usually this helps, though. Is that it? No. You should be able to find it, even though you're walking around with him. Oh well, I'll come back and look for it, I guess. Holy shit, horse, what are you doing, bro? The horse tried jumping when I tried getting on him. Yeah, we'll try again. This looks cool. I knew I saw blood. Well, I guess the Mongols killing people along the way.
You smell that?
Burning wood and bodies.
Oh shit, look at that. Someone got fucked up. Yo, that looks awesome. Yo, they did a good job with the map representing so many different areas and different visuals. Again, I keep comparing it to Days Gone because they're both open world games and it's just fair to do that. Days Gone, Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, I didn't finish Horizon, but Horizon had areas that did look different. I'm going to eventually go back and finish Horizon
without them,
because the landscape does look like they did a good job with it. That was one of the things I loved the most about Horizon, was the landscape. And they did an amazing job with the landscape in this one. Just the variety, the amount of variety.
What have they done?
Mongol patrol ahead!
Run them down!
Are you shitting me? What?
Jin, here!
You ain't calling nobody, homie. Ooh. Really, brother? How's your leg? Yeah, boy. Who shot that at me? Oh, this guy. Watch this, homie. Yeah, now what, tough guy? Are you still fighting down there?
Mongols! I saw them in Castle Kaneda. They're the Khan's wolves, sent north to ravage our people.
Is that my horse? Did he really get all the way over there? What the fuck are you doing, bro?
To me!
Oh, here he is. Where's he taking me? I'm not a big fan of that. In open world games, I love
the Mongols have taken our lighthouse.
Just
we will relight the
exploring
flame.
into
Show
the
the
new
Khan we're
areas.
coming for you.
Like right
And give
here,
her-
we just passed by so many new areas, and he's just like, well, I'm blazing right through them. I don't like that, man. I like actually going through and really
People
exploring
hope we must
all
find
the
our
area.
lighthouses and rekindle every last one.
I don't fuck around with those archers, man. What are you shooting at?
More coming out of the gates!
Holy fuck. See what I mean with the, you have to wait until he does that. You can't do anything else. You gotta fucking avoid him until he does that one move. Give me that. And he'll get me every time. I could play this game for 60 hours. I bet you I get hit by him every time. Because I just don't want to wait for him to do all that. But that's a sword fighting thing.
Calling for help! Silence them!
That is cool. Oh, I missed. Holy fuck, what are you doing, game? Wait, can I blow that up? Oh shit, you Wrong guy. Who's yelling? That was fucking cool. Oh, it's down there. Sound like someone's being tortured. Shit.
They deserved worse.
Reinforcements.
To trap us.
Shit.
Yuna!
A war band's right behind you. They have explosives.
We can use that against them.
Ready your bow.
Who's talking? Oh, Yuna's here. Where the fuck she come from?
Kill them all!
Oh, she's out there. Blew up my uncle.
No sign of more Mongols.
It is a bit clunky. I guess there's no way around it for open world games. Every open world game I've ever played, sometimes if you don't stick with the actual story and fight in progress and you go and loot a little too much, it does get a little choppy.
Show the Mongols our victory at Castle Kaneda was only the beginning.
My dumb ass for looting.
And tell the Khan we're coming for him.
BK said, I guarantee Neil has been kicking himself a bit for not having another 5 hours of Joel and Ellie. I'm sure after the game was complete, those had to be some of his favorite parts as well. Yeah, again, it gets a little tricky because I tried to explain the difference between us as fans and Neil and them as the creator, because as a creator, you love everything equally, because if not, you wouldn't have created it. Like, if they didn't love Abby, if they weren't invested in the Abby, and again, this is why it is so starkly different, they wouldn't have continued to write her story, write her that way. So they were so, like, head over heels in love with what they were doing with Abby. The other stuff, it doesn't correlate the same as a fan who's looking forward to the continuation of Joel and Ellie's story. It doesn't compute the same, you know what I mean? So a lot of fans, I bet you after the fact, yeah, he probably would admit if he was ever honest to others and himself. I don't ever see that. I don't know. He doesn't rub me as a type of person that would come out and be honest about it, but I don't think he would ever admit. I wish I put more Joel in it. I mean, maybe he would, but and I'm only saying that because I think outside of the internet, I think normally he seems like somewhat transparent. However, I think the internet, with the culture of attacking people, it kind of hardens some up to where they'll never admit that. Because the people who don't like Last of Us 2 mainly don't like it because there's not enough... no, that's not true. Because of what happened, why it happened, and what it led to. So if he were to admit that he wishes there was more Joel in there, then a huge chunk of the fan base would be immediately validated, because that was one of the biggest complaints they had. Less Abby, more Joel. Oh shit, those are weapons. I probably should look at my map and see what I'm supposed to do.
You were an effective distraction.
A pleasure to serve.
To the lighthouse?
We need more warriors like you following us into battle.
You may have trouble finding them. Unless you broaden your horizons.
There it is. Look at this shit. That's a cool looking lighthouse.
We have business in the lighthouse. Speak your mind, then leave us to it.
Oh man, that's a badass looking lighthouse. I dig it.
Yarikawa has plenty of warriors, if their walls haven't fallen.
I put down the Yarikawa rebellion. Its people have no love for me.
I know. I grew up there.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the
that what you
barrels
want to
being
steal?
explosive, though,
Yuna has
because
great
this is
admiration for you, Lord Shimura.
primarily
She can
heavily
convince her people
no
to fight
guns,
under
no
your banner.
bombs. You do have explosives, but it's like a secondary thing.
Help Lord Sakai raise this army.
And that, honestly, those were the
Be on
first
the
barrels
transport to the
in,
mainland.
what, like 15 hours
With
of gameplay
my brother.
that I ran into, that I blew up.
Wait for me in all
Except for in the
America.
very beginning, I think. Like,
you,
very
Jin.
beginning. So, I'm going to have to keep an eye out for them a little more. Because I had to have been just missing them. But I guarantee they're not like every level has them. Because I haven't seen them before. Like that. Like I said, I think in the very beginning we had a group that we blew up on the road. But not like when I'm infiltrating an area. Get out the way. Me first, yo.
It's time we send our message.
Hell yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, we gotta shut this down though. It's 1:30. I did start a little late, but I
Hope
was
the Khan sees this.
cleaning and doing some extra stuff.
We will take back your castle.
Is Doomsday Kingdom Volume 1 finished yet, or are you guys still doing finishing touches on it? Just curious. It's still in the works, and I gotta get in touch with James next week to
Recruit the peasants of Yarikawa.
check in
I will
on
petition the Shogun
certain
for
things, but
reinforcements.
How we get a message to the
we're
mainland?
still looking for end of August to hit our delivery date.
unsavory friends
The
of
only
my
thing
own.
that would
A pirate named
trying to
Goro
think the only thing
in a
that would
Wookiee
get in the
cove
way
owes me a
as
debt.
of right now
If he's alive,
is
I'll find him.
coming up with
Bring him to me
additional
at our
maybe
old hunting
tweaks
camp.
or changes or things to fix or correct,
We will meet
or
again
maybe a delay on the
Until
printer's end. But again,
Travel safely.
if we hit any delays,
I cannot lose you again.
I can't imagine it being more than a few weeks here and there for whatever.
My lord, we freed a Mongol prisoner here. A warrior monk. He wants to speak with you.
A warrior monk. I'll find him.
Alright. Where are we at? Where are we at, yo? This is a good little spot, and then it opens up more. And then we have this spot. I wonder if this is all liberated. No, it's not. So what more do I do down here? That's a good one. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, actually, how do I... I'm gonna have to go back later and see how I... Never mind. It looks like I'm in the middle of a story mission. So when I'm done, I will look at it again and see how I can get around. I got the fucking blanket stuck in the chair. Now, before I shut it down, a couple little updates as far as moving forward. We'll do some Doomsday Kingdom updates probably when we... Let's see. I mean, what would be the... Probably the biggest one is when we're going to the printer. When we have a print-ready file and we're going to the printer. You guys, you know, I don't know, pipe up if I'm missing something before then. We could keep you up to date as far as how's lettering going, making adjustments. I've already been working on the type of adjustments for the issue 1 changes. There's a couple grammar corrections. There is a couple tweaks where dialogue, there's like a repeated sentence here and there that's just not needed. So maybe like trimmed a little like that. But the major tweak to issue 1 is changing the word balloons for the two characters that are talking back and forth in the voiceover. And the reason is just to give it a nice and cleaner, more professional look to it. I don't mind the way it is now, but it was the very first comic book I ever lettered, and I was lettering it kind of how I like reading it. However, I'm going to go and readjust it and letter it based on more traditional comic book style. Like, for example, unless it has to do with how characters talk and it's a zinger, because you have to, when you're writing dialogue and it's some type of witty, or there's dialogue that flows in a certain way, you have to break it up so it hits on certain notes. But for me, when I like to read certain things, if it's not that, if it's just dialogue or if it's just words or yada, 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 I like it all at once in one box. Just give it to me, let me read it and get on. I hate when they do all this. They'll take one block of dialogue and they'll break it down. I am going back and making those edits where issue 1 is now going to have, for some panels that had like a block of dialogue, it might have 2 additional dialogue pieces. I rearranged them in different areas that now flow better when you're reading it. So issue 1's word balloon wise is going to have a serious overhaul. So if you have issue 1 and you already read it, you're going to be able to reread it within the volume and have a new, cleaner, sleeker read for issue number 1. As far as that voiceover goes. The rest from issue 2, 3, and 4 is going to be corrections and a couple tweaks, but that's it. Issue 1's getting the major overhaul just because of that. So when the art is completely finished, we'll maybe do like a, hey, art's done here on Twitter or something. And when the comic is completely finished, colored, when it's totally colored, like the last page, we might do an announcement on Twitter. And then when the printer has accepted the file, because once the printer accepts the file, we just sit back and wait. And then maybe we'll show off some prints that we get from the company that we're going with for the prints that for the freebie prints, like the trading card, the bookmark. We're probably ordering the bookmark like now, like soon. The bookmark is probably getting ordered like next week. We already hit the goal, and we'll probably start ordering the prints next week. So we'll probably have those in hand soon to show off. So as far as Doomsday Kingdom, I think it's pretty exciting because the next few weeks we'll be showing off, starting to get and show off. Because I would like to get the freebie stuff out of the way just to make sure we got everything in order. Have that all situated. You know what? I was thinking too, well, I might as well wait in case something happens, but nothing should happen. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and do that. Besides, if something ever did happen, the bookmarks, I'll eat the whatever it is, like $200. I forget how much it costs. Anyway, and the other big update is we might have a kind of a lull in uploads and streaming on this channel here for a little bit, just because once you guys get my next Flaw and All review, I'm just sticking my face in the ground when it comes to, I'm just editing and doing Flaw and All reviews, editing Flaw and All, editing, that's it, just Flaw and All reviews, just for a little bit until we get them going. And when I miss yous, I might do a stream, I might upload a video here and there. So if you see some content die down on this just for a little bit, I'm playing catch up with the backlog on Flaw and All, because when I start dropping the main channel stuff, that is that's going to be the primary focus, essentially, just to get it to where I need it, because I'm desperately in need of having a backlog where I don't even know what it's called, but where I'm editing. I don't even know what it's called. What I'm talking about is where I have you guys watching a video, I have the second video uploading, and I'm in the middle of editing the third one. So you see what I mean? So that way you guys are watching one. I have one for next week, and I'm editing the one that's going to go 2 weeks down. So that way there's a backlog to where I'm not desperately working to upload the video you're watching that week. And then if I'm late, it's all this other shit. I want it so if I tell you guys this Friday we have this video, it's already done and uploaded, and I'm just letting you know the schedule. And that hopefully I can stay at least 2 weeks ahead of you for the rest of the summer and then into the winter of that would be perfect. So that way I can start putting out schedules and we can really focus on the future of what other series we keep, or maybe make, I don't know, do more uploads of Flaw and All reviews. I'm not sure. Anyway, thoughts and opinions in the comment box. Thank you very much. I am definitely going to get some sleep. I'm fucking exhausted. I'm thinking like, yo, I probably made more people, I probably made people even more confused. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to bed. Good night, chat. Be safe. Wear your mask.